Hi everyone, welcome back to UFFCN webinar. My name is Ankita.
And I'm Manasvi Priyadarshi.
So Manasvi, what are we going to learn today?
So today we are going to see what JavaScript events are.
So what are events? Can you tell me more about events?
Okay, so let me just go to the slide and
Yeah.
okay. So whatever activity that happens on a page,
Okay.
say the page is getting loaded, or I'm resizing my browser, or
Yeah.
maybe as a user I'm clicking on different components of the website like a button, or maybe I'm scrolling down. So JavaScript needs to know what is happening there. Like say I'm scrolling, then it should know that yeah, I'm scrolling. Or if I'm clicking on a button, it should know that yeah, I have clicked a button, and it should pass on some information
Yeah.
so that it can do some further activities.
Okay,
So
that's
that's
really
why we use events, and events are the way we JavaScript actually handles those things.
good. Okay.
So as you can see, like we have a good definition for events. Like events are feature of JavaScript which lets it know of any action associated with page or user interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can it be also classified into categories?
Yes, of course. Well, there are many types of events. You will come across a lot of events that are there in JavaScript, but majorly you can classify all of them into four major categories.
Okay.
They are page events, they are form events, they are keyboard events, or they are mouse events.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I am to elaborate a bit more on that, then page events are something that are related to the page. Say page is loaded on the browser,
Yeah.
all the libraries are getting loaded there.
Yeah, exactly.
Those will come under page events.
Okay.
And if you have any form, say you want to sign up for some website, say Amazon maybe,
Okay.
then you just give all the inputs like username, password, and then you click on login. And then it takes those information and processes it, validates it, and then sends us to the main page there.
Yeah.
So that signing in process will come under the form events.
Okay, that's
Okay.
really, it sounds great. So,
And
yeah,
yeah,
other two.
similarly, like when we are using keyboard, so when we are pressing any key,
Okay.
say we are playing a game,
Yeah.
yeah, like snakes game,
Yeah.
and we are pressing up, down, left or right key, so we are able to move our snake here and there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like pressing of event is detected by JavaScript, and it makes the snake move in that direction.
Okay.
So that would be keyboard event. And anything that I'm doing with my mouse, like clicking or scrolling down a web page, those are all mouse events.
Okay, that's really great. It sounds great actually.
Yeah.
So, why events are so important? As you have told about events, what exactly? So, how do we use it?
Okay. So, well, from the top of my mind, I get the two most important reasons why we need to use events.
Okay.
The first one is, say I am a developer and I need to create a web page.
Yeah.
Then I need to make sure that whatever function I'm using, um, its dependencies are loaded first. Like all the libraries that it is dependent on. Say I'm using jQuery
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm making an Ajax call.
Okay.
Okay, so I cannot make Ajax call before jQuery script has loaded.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I can get indication that jQuery has been loaded, then I can proceed with writing my Ajax call.
Exactly. Yeah.
So loading of JavaScript is an event. So that's why events kind of make our life very easier as a developer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we can make sure that everything is sequential and nothing crashes because something hasn't happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And the second reason that I was talking about is to make it interactive. Make your application interactive. If it does not have any interaction, then the user might get bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like
It's
if
true.
I can't do anything in my web page, I'm just scrolling down and reading things, and I'm not able to do anything, then maybe I'll stay there for 5-10 minutes, unless the content is interesting, of course.
Yeah.
uh, I'll stay there for so much time, and then I'll just leave it. But if it is interactive, then user will stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are there any inbuilt events in JavaScript or something?
Yes. So, well, the guys who have developed JavaScript have had figured it out really early that it will be needed. So they came up with these inbuilt events, and most of the time they cover up everything.
Okay,
Okay.
that's really great.
So, like these are the events that JavaScript, it's bundled with JavaScript whenever you are using it,
Yeah.
and you can use it all throughout your app. So, well, as you can see on in the slides, we have so many inbuilt events. So we have onload event. So onload event is when a page has completely loaded.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so that's when you know that yes, my page has completely loaded, and now
Yeah.
I can proceed with some other tasks that I
Okay.
have.
Yeah.
I being JavaScript here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have on-click event. So whenever I'm clicking on some HTML element, it should detect that click.
Okay.
So on-click event does that, and we will be using on-click in our uh, this week's app also, the one that we are going to see
Yeah.
like in a few minutes. Then we have on mouse over event.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm moving my mouse cursor and I'm going over some HTML element, then on mouse over kicks in. Like yes, the mouse pointer is over this element. So if some activity has been defined after that,
Yeah.
then it will take place. Now these two are like I like them a lot. So
Okay.
the one is on focus and on blur. Like
Yeah.
I have used it a lot basically. So on focus is, say you have an input box, and whenever I'm clicking on it, it kind of means that my focus is there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's why on focus.
Okay.
So like clicking on input box or like similar activities, like when I'm focusing on a single element.
Okay.
So at that point, this specific event is called.
Okay, let me guess on blur. I think
Okay.
it's like depends on blurriness or something like it's
Yeah.
related with that term or
Okay, on blur is just the opposite of on focus.
okay.
Okay, like if you take a camera, then you focus something, it becomes clear.
Yeah, exactly.
When you
Yeah,
go out of focus, it blurs.
it blurs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I'm going out of focus of that input box,
Yeah,
then on blur is called.
on blur is called.
Yeah. And
Okay.
similarly, there are many, many, many events inbuilt in JavaScript. You can find a list of all of them if you just do a Google search.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, these are the five inbuilt events.
Yeah, these are five of the most used inbuilt events. Like there are
Okay.
many others,
Yeah.
but these are the five that are that are used almost all the time.
Okay. So is there any events which is already provided in JavaScript, like default one we can say?
Yeah, these are the ones.
Okay, these are the default one.
These are the default ones.
Okay. So can you
Yes.
elaborate means like how default is actually worked here?
Well, I can just use these events inside my HTML elements, and whenever something happens related to this
Yeah.
event, like on click, I can add it to a button maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and whenever that button will be clicked, the activity that has been related to on click
Yeah,
event,
exactly.
that will be called.
Okay.
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 So say I have a function to call. Say
Yeah.
whenever I click, it should take me to the main page.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So with on click on that button, I will specify that function, that sign in.
Yeah.
And sign in function will call, and sign in function will have some things like validation, then the routing parameter.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it will take me to the main page.
Exactly.
So that's how inbuilt events work here.
Okay. So exactly how do we create our own event like as a as we have discussed about inbuilt or default one, so how we'll create our own events actually?
So yeah, in JavaScript there is something called custom events.
Yeah.
No, it gives us a feature that lets us create our own event.
Yeah.
Now, these events can be directly related to HTML element, or these events can just run in the uh, backend part of JavaScript, where like you know, like after one of the inbuilt events have been called,
Yeah.
no, I need to do multiple tasks
Okay.
after that.
Okay.
So I can define my own custom event that will notify, okay, after this event should occur, this event should occur,
Yeah.
that event should occur.
Okay.
So that's how custom events work. So I can define my own event, and on some activity that event can be called, and it will do its own specific task. So to do this, we have three functions provided by JavaScript. One is
Okay.
custom event, we have dispatch event,
Yeah.
and we have addEventListener.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if we talk about event, it works. Its work can be divided into two parts. The first one is firing of an event,
Okay.
like that event has occurred, like I'm announcing it that this event has occurred.
Okay.
The second part is listening that announcement.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this event has occurred, so I should do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. So like when our moms say the food is ready, we all jump to the dining table, and so here my mom is acting as a dispatch event function, and I'm acting as an add event listener function.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, custom event is used for like initializing any certain event inside my JavaScript function,
Yeah.
a JavaScript code maybe. So I'm basically telling JavaScript that okay, this event is also there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we know that how we have created about like event we have created here. So
Yes.
how will you detect it with the code?
Okay. For that, shall we go on to our coding portion of it?
Yeah. Sure.
So let's go hands on.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Just let me switch to my own computer here. Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to make here. Okay. Now this here right here is my button, and I have 7 colors here. I
Okay.
have the rainbow colors with your
Yeah. Exactly.
So whenever I click on one of these colors, the color of my button would change.
Yeah. Oh, that's really great.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to make here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have it, okay, we can go to Sublime Text. I'll just increase the font a bit. Just let me write something. Okay. I'll just save it to webinar. Let's create a folder. So this is going to be week 17.
Yeah.
Week 17 of our webinar.
Webinar. Yeah.
Week
exactly.
17 events. And let's save it with the name index.html. So I won't be writing a separate JavaScript or CSS file for this. I will be putting it all inside my index.html only.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't think this is visible a lot. So I'll just increase the size.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's too big, I guess.
Yeah. Now that is.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's name it change the color. So this is going to be the title of my document, and then let's just create a simple layout for all those colors, and
Yeah.
also the button.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll have 2 divs. So the first div will be for the colors, the second div will be for the button.
The button.
Yes.
Okay.
And then inside the first div, I'll have multiple divs again. So this is going to be id equals color1, and this div I can just give it a class colors.
So as you have used like 7 rainbow colors here,
Yes,
we can use another means other color also there.
we can use any color that we want here.
Okay.
So since I'm using 7 colors, so
Yeah.
I'll be making 7 divs here.
Okay, separately you are making it. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll give all these divs a background color.
Yeah.
The style. So this week we are also looking into a
Background.
lot of CSS. So the first one would be dark purple.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dark violet. Yes. So I can just copy paste it here. Well, I just found all these colors and found their names so that I don't have to remember the hex values here. Okay. So it's WebGyor indigo,
Yeah, exactly.
blue,
And blue.
Gyor green, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's lime. If we take the hex value and see the color, it's lime actually.
Yeah.
So then we have yellow,
Okay.
orange, and red. Okay. We also need to define, make sure that they appear nicely
Exactly.
in our browser.
Yeah.
So what we are also going to do here is provide a style sheet. So it will contain all the CSS. So dot colors. So this will be the outer div.
Yeah.
So let's give it a minimum width of 200 pixels and a maximum width of 200 pixels so that it comes under that size only.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give it a minimum height of say 22 pixels. Yeah, that should do. Now let's style the divs inside it. So they are small boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So if I don't do this, I can just save it and I can go here and open it. So week 17 events, index.html. Let's see how it looks. Well, it doesn't look anything because there is no content inside the div, so by default it has taken the height to be 0.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we are not able to see anything here.
Yeah.
So if we give it a min width and height, say 20 pixels and 20 pixels.
So we have to give in width as well as width
Height.
plus height.
So min width
Okay.
means that it should have at least that much width.
Yeah, exactly.
And max width means it can have at max that much width.
Max width. Yeah.
Okay, you can save it and refresh this one. As you can see,
Okay.
we
That's
have the
really
colors.
cool. It seems really good.
It seems nice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's really nice.
So since divs are by default blocks, so they come one after another.
Yeah.
Now what we need to do is put it all in just one line. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll just change the display to inline block.
Inline block. Okay.
Okay.
So
If I
cool.
save it and refresh, see they have all come here.
That's really
The
good.
same line.
Nice.
So CSS is really cool, right? Just
Yeah.
writing one line and change the
And
complete
everything is
look
like, yeah.
of it. Yeah, keep checking out for our courses in our website, and you'll be finding many more new courses coming. We are also, going for HTML and CSS courses. So
Yeah.
do check them out. Yeah. So once we have all the colors in place, let's go ahead and create a button. So the second div that I created is for button.
Button. Yeah.
And I can just say change my color. Maybe click to change my color, but that would be too big,
Absolutely.
right? So let's give it a class, say button.
Okay.
Okay, since button is already here, so I'm just using btn,
Okay.
and I'll give it an ID. So button color.
Okay.
Okay, you can save it, and let's write the CSS for button and button color, both of
Okay.
them. Okay.
Yeah.
So button, I can just copy and paste this, and I also want to put them all in center, so I'll just put text align equals center even here, so that it will look a bit good.
Yeah,
Otherwise
exactly.
everything will be left aligned.
Okay.
Okay. So button color. So button color, I'm sorry, this is a ID, so it should be hash. Whenever we are using a class, we use dot in front of the name
Yeah.
while writing CSS, and whenever
Yeah.
we are using ID, we use hash before
Hash.
that.
Okay.
Okay. So I can just give it a background color of transparent, so that nothing is there. Now let's go and see how it looks like. No,
Yeah.
I'm also going to change the border a bit. I want it to be my way, so it's one pixel,
Okay.
solid and black. Okay. Okay, in team viewer this is coming. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Right. Okay, so I guess the video was coming under the screen, so we just fixed it. We are really sorry about that. Okay, let's go ahead with the code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Manasvi.
So yeah, now that we have all of these in place, we can go
Exactly.
ahead with writing our script that actually does that. Now here
Okay.
we are going to actually see how you can create your own custom event.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So
as you
till
have
now,
we have
yeah.
discussed it before.
So till now what I did was made a simple layout here, so
Yeah.
that I'm able to work with this layout.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that we have the layout in place, as you can see here, yeah, what we can do is like make it that way. Like whenever I click on these colors,
Yeah.
the color of my button changes.
Button changes.
Yeah, right. So let's go ahead and start writing our script.
Okay.
So I'll put it in the end of my body. So we have the script tag.
So now you are writing it for the custom event.
I'm writing for the custom event. Yes.
Okay.
And what I also want to point out here is
Yeah.
this custom event is kind of related to an inbuilt event on click. So because
Okay.
I'll be clicking on the color,
Yeah, exactly.
it will be detecting the click,
Yeah.
right? Then another event would be fired. That would be our custom event.
Yeah.
Like you can do it in two ways. Either you can just click and change the color of the button.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
would be the obviously right way to do.
Yeah.
But if we are talking about creating our own custom event, say just clicking on the color, I want to do multiple things.
Yeah.
I don't want to put everything inside my single function, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I'll fire multiple events there.
Yeah.
And all those event listeners will do their respective jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way I will be modularizing my code.
Yeah.
And that would be helpful for me, like in future if I have to add something new,
Yeah, exactly.
some new functionality, I can just add another event to my click function.
Exactly,
And then
Manasvi. Yeah.
it would be too easy
Yeah.
to do, right?
But why have you used custom event?
So custom event, it what event does is, like, if I say something here,
Yeah.
it can be listened throughout my code,
Exactly.
anywhere in the code.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm not limited to the scope of my single function,
Yeah.
right? So that's kind of the reason why I'm using a custom
Custom
event
event.
here. Like event can propagate up the DOM tree. Okay.
Exactly.
So if I have an event associated with this button,
But
then this div can also listen to that event. This body can also listen to that event.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It propagates. I can make those specific modifications in my code so that I'm able to do so.
Yeah, it means like wherever you are clicking on, whenever you will click on the button, so that time it will detect automatically.
Well, I'll be clicking on the colors here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like, sorry, colors.
yes,
Yeah.
the button's color will be changing.
Yeah.
So yes, I could have given something to the button, but
Button.
well, it doesn't do anything. It
Okay,
can
that's
just say
fine.
I am red or I am blue or something like that. So
Yeah.
then let's just move on with the code.
Yeah, let's check
Okay.
with that.
So okay, so here is the main part. How do we create events?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
the first thing here is custom event. So I'm saying my variable my event equals new custom event. Okay, so this will initialize a new event object.
Exactly, custom
Okay.
event.
So while initializing this object, this new custom event will take in two parameters.
Okay.
The first one will be the name of my event.
Yeah.
Okay. So change color, I'm putting as the name of my event.
Event.
Yeah. And then I'll be adding some properties to it.
Yeah.
Okay, some custom properties. So here what do I need basically? So everything goes inside detail. Whatever custom message that I want to send goes inside this detail
Detail.
property.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I need here is background color. What background color should be there? And I'll just keep it camel case. So initially I'll have transparent. Okay.
Yeah.
And well, for now all we need is this much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will add an event listener. Now this is a very important part here. Before firing an event, you should have a listener. Otherwise, the event will be fired,
Yeah.
but there will be no one to listen it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we need to add a listener before I am firing the event.
You are firing the event. Yeah.
So the first thing that I'll do is have a listener. So since this event is associated with my button here, okay, things will be changed inside the button.
Yeah.
So I will be attaching this event listener with this button.
Okay.
So to access this button, we can just do document dot get element by ID,
Okay.
and then I can just give the ID here. So my ID here is button color. Okay. So dot add event listener. So add event listener will take three properties
Okay.
inside it, three parameters. The
Yeah.
first one would be like for which event am I adding a listener for.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm using on click, then I'll just write click here.
Okay.
Okay, but here we are using change color,
Okay.
so I'm writing change color here.
Okay.
Then I'll have a function, like whenever this event occurs, what should happen, that will go inside this function. Okay, so let's name the function as, you know, do change color. So this is the name of the function.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there is another parameter which is going to be false here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now we need to define this function. So function do change color, and it will take one. It will give me one parameter e,
Yeah.
which will have all these properties that we have defined here. So it will contain the background color. So whenever an event is occurring regarding that, so it will
Okay.
give me the details corresponding to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for now, we can just do a console.log. No, I was called. So we are just checking whether this function gets called or not when I'm firing this event.
Okay.
Okay. Once we have confirmed that, then we can go ahead and add our own, you know, add our own code that we want to do, like changing the color of the button.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So we have console.log
log.
e. Let's also
Okay.
see what does e contain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a function that will be called whenever I'm clicking on any of those colors.
Yeah. Okay.
And inside that I'll have the fire event.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's make it call event, huh? Or maybe click event, because this will be called whenever a click is happening.
Yeah.
And I need to get the color out of the div that I have clicked. So
Yeah.
I'm also going to take the ID of that specific div,
Okay,
so
when
that I
we
know which div has been clicked.
clicked. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to do a console log of ID. Okay. So let's just do this much. Okay, and
Yeah.
then document dot get element by ID.
Yeah.
And since the event is associated with the button,
Exactly.
I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to dispatch event. So this will be the event fire point, event firing point.
Yeah.
Okay, and with this I have to send
To
the
my
details
page.
of my event.
Okay.
So my event, that should do it. So if I save it,
Yeah.
so till now what we did, we created a custom event.
Custom event. Yeah.
Okay, we added a listener,
Listener.
we added a function related to the listener,
Yeah.
and then we created a mechanism for the event to be fired,
Yeah. Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just test with one of the divs. So on click equals, it should call this function, click event.
Yeah. Exactly. Click event.
And it should send the ID also. So color 1.
One.
Right?
Okay.
And save it.
Yeah.
Let's refresh it here. Also, we can check for the console log here. So if I'm clicking on the violet one,
Yeah.
it's saying color 1.
Yeah. Exactly. Color
Okay.
one.
I'll just show you. So the first thing that happens is it went to click event.
Click event. Yeah.
Then there was a console log of ID,
Exactly.
that is color 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Then this event was fired.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it was able to listen,
Yeah.
and then this function was called,
Called.
and it's giving me I was called.
I was called. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And the one thing that I wanted to show you was, what does my event contain?
Yeah.
So I have printed E, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So this is what it contains, and as you can see, we'll have background color also here. Detail object. We have background color.
Background color.
as
Transparent. Yeah.
It's nice, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Nice.
Okay. So now that we know that the firing is happening, it is able to listen to it, and it is able to run the function, we can just go ahead and complete our code here.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing what we need to do here is change the background color inside my event.
Okay.
So my event dot detail dot background color. So inside my event we have detail, then inside that we have background color.
Background color.
Yes. So background color equals background color of this ID.
Okay.
Now to access that, we can just use this again, and this time we have passed the ID here.
Yeah.
Dot style dot color.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not color. Background color.
Background color.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. So it will change the background color here.
Yeah.
And then what we are going to do is change the color here
Change
inside this function. So this should change. V dot style dot background color equals e dot detail
Detail.
dot background color.
Background color.
Yes. Now since we have only put it in on the first div, that is the dark violet div.
Yeah.
So if we test it, if I click here, I'll see the
It's
color
like,
of
yeah.
color has changed. But if I click on any one of those, it will not change.
Okay.
No, now you might have noticed that I have given the IDs as color 1, color 2, color 3.
Exactly.
Color 3.
So
That is just
similarly,
to
yeah.
make coding easy. So I can just put clickEvent1 here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just copy paste it here. Okay, I'll just change it to 2.
Okay, so now you're similarly doing it for the second color.
Yes, I'll do it for all these colors.
Yeah.
And
Now when you will click on the button, now automatically it get changed.
yes.
Okay.
So now the ID that I will get is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And since I already have color,
Okay.
so I'll just add color here. Color plus ID.
Yeah.
It will give me that ID.
Exactly. That's
So I can just save it, and let's just refresh it. So if I click on violet, it's violet. If I click on red, it's
yeah.
red. Okay. So it's
Nice.
pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
now if someone is reading my code,
Yeah.
they will know that okay, after clickEvent was called, okay, there was a listener just
Yeah.
for change color. Okay, change color is the module that takes care of changing the color. So my code is modularized. Whatever changes that I need to do is here in this function.
Yeah.
I don't
exactly.
have to touch this function at all.
Exactly. So whatever we want to change, we can change it in there.
Yes, and that's how you do some kind of data abstraction.
Yeah.
And that's a very good coding style, that's a very good coding paradigm, and you should follow it. Like, especially when you are writing codes for some enterprise companies or,
Yeah.
some very big projects, you need to modularize your code. Otherwise, the debugging and
Yeah.
the other things,
that-
they go
that
very
you have to face.
bad. So, well, yeah, that's how you create a custom event. You can just go ahead and do whatever you like with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
That's it.
yeah, thank you Manasvi for sharing this information with our viewers.
So let's go. Yes. So we also have courses on JavaScript like SAP UI5, Angular, and Node. And with these with these courses, we also have a coupon for you, and that coupon is webinar 80. You will get 80% off on not just these 3 courses, but any course on our platform. So please go ahead and make use of it. You know, it doesn't come all the time. And then these courses have been really appreciated by all the people who have bought it and have gone through it. They are really nice course. Do go ahead and check it, and yeah, you'll enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you would do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Till then, bye bye. See you. Good night.
good night. Keep learning, happy coding, and learn simple.
Learn simple.
So that's it for now. We'll meet you next week with something cool again.
Yeah.
And till then, good night.
Good night. Bye bye.